All right. Hey, guys. How you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi, guys. I'm Ace Guzman.
And we are Ace and Rich, and welcome to Hot Seat Live, where we actually focus on helping you with your business and your mindset. So before we get started, I want to actually look and see who is on the chat with us right now. I can see, let me go to the top here. Kevin Cole, what's happening? Tracy Lee, Norma Jean. Hey, Norma. How you doing? Nancy Park, Jeanette Granger, what's up? Diane Robin, a blast from the past. What's going on? Clinton Lloyd Richardson, Amy, how you doing? Eugenio, what's up, my brother from Puerto Rico?
Eugenio?
All right, keep it coming, guys.
Keep it coming, guys.
So let me find out what is happening here.
Sandra, and you know what? Also, we're on YouTube.
We're also on YouTube as well.
So what's up, YouTubers?
Yeah. YouTube as well. Hey,
what's going on, guys?
We got some stuff coming for YouTube, guys. Be patient. We got some new branding happening. We're going to be definitely blowing up YouTube in a little bit. So it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. We got Leslie. Hey, what's happening? The Colonel is in the house. All right. Cheryl, how you doing? Hey, June. How you doing? Nice to see you.
And more people. And if you guys want to start a watch party, hey, by all means, go ahead. Definitely start a watch party because we've got some great stuff to share with you guys today.
Watch party.
Not that kind of watch party.
It's a watch party.
Not that kind of watch party. No.
What?
It's just not that kind of watch party.
I know that was cool, you know.
So, all right, guys. So what we want to do today is we want to talk about specific things in regards to your business. And we want to stay on topic, right, Rich?
Yes, definitely stay on topic. We're going to be focusing on the fact that, these are fears that are holding you back. How to break those fears that are holding you back from pretty much your success, your life,
yes,
your goals, anything that, and things that hold you back from success in general, is really the reason why you're probably struggling.
Right.
And if you want to break that cycle, you have to learn to break those fears.
Yes. A lot of people actually deal with a lot of insecurities. They deal with a lot of past experiences that limited their beliefs in order to move forward in their life in things that they wanted to do to pursue big goals and big ambitions. But it's because the people that they're surrounded with, or maybe in a relationship with, that belittle their ambitions. And we're going to talk about a lot of different things today in related to that, because we're going to stop that like right now. And we're going to have you guys kind of feel uncomfortable because this is the hot seat, right? You got to sweat it out. You got to let it out, right? Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to get over that barrier, right?
Right, exactly.
It's the biggest barrier is fear.
One of the things that hold people back is they don't like to be uncomfortable and they don't like change. One of the things that for us, the reason why we've been successful and things been working out so great for us is because we've learned to get uncomfortable. And when something seems really weird and different and awkward, we know that it's going to be a challenge, so it gets uncomfortable. We go against that fear. We go against that sensation that we're feeling inside our bodies,
right,
and our minds. We're like, I don't know, right? And then we just continue to do so. And then I don't know, for some reason, it always works out for the best.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
So
when you never quit.
When you never quit.
When you never quit.
When you have something that's in front of you and you feel uncomfortable about it, because it's unfamiliar, then that's when you take that step forward. And and step that that big step into greatness,
right?
Because on the other side of being uncomfortable and what's unfamiliar is exhilaration. It's freedom. It's you got to get uncomfortable to go through those fears. You have to.
If you intend to actually accomplish your dreams and your goals, you got to let go of your negative mindset. Who here still struggles to the very day? Put it in the chat. And also for you guys who are watching us on YouTube, make sure you post in the chat below this video. Let us know what kinds of fears really stop you from moving forward. I mean, we're building an online marketing business. And a lot of people are not comfortable with that fact that they are building something that's totally abnormal, because building an online business is totally abnormal from building a brick and mortar traditional business.
There's pros and cons with building an online business.
Yes.
And I'm going to go over actual cons first before I go into the pros.
Exactly.
The cons is, you have to be responsible for yourself. You have no one else being responsible for only but for you. Okay. And that's really tough for people to really grasp because, being in a job for a while, you tend to, kind of take advantage, and
I agree.
You just show up. Yeah. And you just do the work and go home, and in a week you receive your paycheck, or every 2 weeks, or whenever you get paid. But the problem is that you get accustomed to that right, for a while.
And it becomes entitlement.
Yeah, well, no, that's
Some-
another
that's another one.
life.
Yeah.
That's another life. That's another life.
We go there, right?
Yeah. So when it comes to actually getting accustomed to really feeling like, okay, I'm going to work, I'm just doing what I got to do. It's kind of like taking advantage of your situation because you can barely get by in a day, go home, and your day is done.
Right.
And that's the mentality a lot of people get over time because they get tired, they get frustrated, they get sick and tired of their job sometimes. And even if you love your job, you still get tired and frustrated anyways. So the problem is you have to really think about when you make this decision to become an entrepreneur and you come online, remember, there's no boss looking over your shoulder. When you cut the cord, okay?
That's
when you literally cut the cord and say,
That's it.
oh my God, like I have to be responsible for my own income.
Yes.
Repeat that. I have to be responsible for my own income.
Yes.
It's a whole nother ball game, okay?
Yes.
And a lot of people really struggle with that because it does take full responsibility of yourself to take action and get the results that you're looking for. And when you're not getting results a certain day, how are you showing up mentally in your mind, okay? And day after that, how are you showing up mentally in your mind? And day after that, how are you showing up mentally in your mind? And day after that, you see what I'm saying? Over and over and over again, day by day by day, you don't have security. Being an entrepreneur is not about security.
No.
Being an entrepreneur is about creating your own lifestyle, your own life, your own income, your own economy, and things like that. You have to really grasp that. And that's uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Right.
But that's the cons, right? We talk about the cons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cons there, isn't there? We're like, well, whoa, man, that's a lot of cons. Well, here's the thing, guys. There's also a lot of pros to, being your own entrepreneur. The tax advantages are freaking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The fact that I can go travel to a beautiful island and if it's on business, guess what?
Write off.
It's a write-off.
Write off.
Hotel, flight. Freaking awesome. You can't do that at a job, right? That's a pro. Okay. The fact that during this pandemic, everybody's complaining about like, oh man, I'm so bored. I don't know what to do with myself. I got to get out. We're used to being home because we actually work from home.
Yeah, most people actually are afraid to work alone because they're not used to that isolation. But really, entrepreneurs are used to isolation.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a pro. The fact that, we can be safe and stay home and we can have our son go to school online and be safe from being in big crowds to spread the virus, right?
Exactly.
So there's a pro there as well.
Yes.
That you are home and you call the shots and you don't have to put yourself in danger with the current situations going on right now in the world, okay?
But let's go over the different fears that are actually plaguing people's minds.
We're going to go over some more pros. You guys want to know some more pros, right?
Okay.
Okay, because this is going to get to the point of fears, man.
Okay.
All right? So now what other pros do we have? The fact is that you can make as much money as you want, or
that's another pro.
You can make a little bit of money if you want.
They control and they can write their own paycheck.
So you control and you can write your own paycheck.
You
so
sure can.
You have to think about this. So how do we get to the point of making more money, right? That's another pro. Well, you have to keep investing in yourself. That's a pro. Here's the thing. When you invest in yourself, why is that a pro? Because you're actually investing in you. And that's the biggest pro of them all, right? When you can invest in yourself and become a tax write-off, hello, right? Guys, I can go on and on and on of tons of pros.
A lot of things.
To be
a lot of great
home,
things. Yes.
to like create your own economy.
Yes.
To like all the great things that come with being an entrepreneur and an online business owner as well.
Exactly.
So we got to learn to break through fears, okay? In order to, not let these things hold us back. See, I talked about the pros, I talked about the cons. Now, when people listen to cons, they're like, oh my God, they get fearful, like, oh, I got to go through all that. I'm like, yes.
You do.
You do. You do. And the quicker you get it, the better off you're going to be. The more you avoid it, the worse off you're going to be.
Hello.
Okay? So, so I'll let you start, because I know you're excited about talking about fears and stuff like that.
So obviously, one of the first fears that we all have to deal with is too many people hide who they actually are. And what they really, really desire, what they really, really want, right? They hide that. They hide what they really enjoy in life.
Yes.
How many of you enjoy a specific activity that you love to do, but because you work so damn much, you can't enjoy it, right? We talk to people all the time. We run our own coaching agency, Rich and I, and we talk to so many clients who love golfing, who love fishing. We have clients that go scuba diving, right?
Yeah.
With sharks. Okay.
Yeah.
They love what they do, but unfortunately, they can't do it as much as they would love to do it because they have to stick to a job, right? The reality is not everyone wants to be that multi-millionaire big baller with the Lamborghini driving around with the big house that they can't even clean themselves. Okay.
Yes.
They are not rolling like that. Some people are just quite happy with what they already have to live for and what could be considered an unambitious type of life, right? Because people will belittle them and go, well, why don't you buy that new car? You could afford it now. Why don't you buy that new house? You could afford it now. You could move out and you could buy an island, right? But whose dream is that? Are you chasing someone else's dream or are you chasing your own, right?
No,
Put it in the chat.
That's a good
Put
point.
it in the chat,
That's a good point.
right?
Yeah.
Whose dream are you actually chasing? It should be what leads to your happiness, what makes you happy, right? It's a state of mind. Now, Rich and I, we just acquired a brand new 2020 Gladiator, Jeep Gladiator,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
What happened to the Camaro?
Oh, I got rid of it.
Got rid of it.
Yeah.
Most people be like, Rich, you got rid of the Camaro. Oh my gosh, why? It's awesome. But Rich has a different reason for you. Rich, why don't you explain to them?
Well, I have new goals I'm setting for myself. I have new goals where I'm heading. And as far as a Camaro, I could always get one back down the road. I have a vision to get a top of the line Camaro, not a just a SS1 Elite, but a ZL1, which holds its value. You see, guys, when I buy things, I set goals for myself, and I look at things in a way of value.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, I like to invest in things. I don't like to just buy things just for the sake of buying them. I like to also make sure that it's worth something and it's going to hold that value for a while.
Let that be a lesson to you.
And I learned that
Yes.
through entrepreneurs of being mentored and trained.
Yes.
So
yes.
one of the things, the reason why I got rid of the Camaro is because I found out that the value dropped faster than I ever imagined. So I had to get rid of it before I lost money on it, right? So what I did was I got a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland, and Jeeps actually maintain their value a lot better. I know this because if you saw our first video when you saw us many years ago when we were homeless, I had my Jeep. I've always had Jeeps throughout the years.
You did,
right?
Yeah.
And I always wanted to have a Camaro, and I had a Camaro, which is great and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a desire to own the top of the line ZL1, over 600 horsepower, supercharger.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
He really
It's going to be
wants that
white
one.
or it's going to be yellow. I have two colors in mind, and it's going to be a convertible. You see how I have it to the T in my mind?
Yes, you
I want it to
do.
be.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this Gladiator for a really good vehicle for the family, utility, stuff like that. And then from there, I'm going to end up getting a
Yes.
ZL1 in
It's
the future.
really comfortable to ride in. I actually enjoy riding
definitely.
it.
It's an
Yes.
excellent vehicle. It's very diverse.
I let him drive,
and things
though.
like that.
He drives me everywhere.
Yeah.
I just let him drive.
So so the story is really investing in things that hold value is really, really important. So next time you go out there and you're car shopping, look at the value and depreciation over time.
It's great.
Find out what vehicles are depreciating faster
Mm.
because those are the cars that you don't want. You want
Exactly.
a vehicle that's going to hold and maintain its value. So down the road, you want to trade it in for something better.
Yes.
You're going to get a lot more back for your investment
Absolutely.
versus losing money.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
And that leads into the second part is setting goals. Okay.
Fear of setting
Yeah.
goals.
You cannot be afraid of setting goals, guys.
Mm-mm.
You cannot be afraid of
Yes.
setting goals.
Don't be afraid.
Like I have a goal to have a ZL1, right? I don't have a fear about that. I have a desire about that. People will be like, "Oh my God, but the ZL1, it's so expensive, and how are you going to do it?" And so, don't worry about it. The vision's out there already. I already have a projection in mind how I'm going to do it, right? And I will make it happen. That is the fuel to my fire. I see when you have something in general in your mind that really just fires you up every day about something, then you're going to crush it. You're going to make it happen
That's right.
under any circumstances.
You will
Remember-
do whatever it takes to
Yeah.
get that.
Well,
Yes.
remember how I said earlier, I said, when you actually have the ability to, create a goal and you're not fearful of it, you're not scared of it, right? Because some people get scared of creating goals because they feel like it's impossible. They feel like, oh, that's not possible. They get scared and the fear kicks in and forget it. It's over. Then they give up.
Right.
You have
right.
to really want it. You have to really desire it. And once you really desire it, you start getting really strong in your belief. Okay. And that's another thing, man. When you have that belief system, literally, you're not going to be scared of creating any goals, man. You're going to crush it. You're going to,
Right.
make it happen. Because I said earlier, when you show up, are you ready to show up when the cards are not in your favor? Are you ready to show up when you're not getting results that day?
Right.
How often are you going to show up? How strong are you going to get?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't rely on being lucky. There's no such thing.
No.
You create your own luck. Okay. Anybody want to know the definition of luck? I'll tell you what the definition of luck, the way I learned it, okay, is you create your own luck because it's lessons under correct knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. That's the abbreviation. Lessons under correct knowledge. Okay.
Yep.
Once you have the knowledge, okay, correctly taught to you, then you take action imperfectly and you stay consistent until the result happens. That's how you'll be able to not fail and you'll be able to attain what you want.
Exactly.
And you'll have a goal set each and every time it changes. It doesn't stay the same. The goal always changes, but you cannot be limited by these beliefs saying, well, I'm just going to rely on pure luck. And when I get there or it happens, I know it's going to happen because I'm just, blessed by God and it's going to happen. No.
Guys, success does not come from pure luck.
It does not.
It comes from
go out there and get it.
Number one, okay, it comes from a hardcore belief system. That's number one. That's the first thing you should be thinking about. What is my belief system? How do I feel about it emotionally? Do I get scared about it? Does it scare the living daylights out of me? Does it make me cry? Does it make me happy?
Right.
What is it? What feeling or emotion do you feel when you think about like succeeding? Like, how do you feel about that?
That's right.
Okay. And dig deep inside because that's psychological, that's emotional, and it
Yes.
goes down to the core.
It does.
All right.
It really does.
And that's the problem too, which leads to the next thing. People don't believe that they can succeed. People don't believe that they can succeed. And that's sad because I truly believe that people can succeed.
I don't like when they say that though.
Yeah.
Like if you're telling yourself like I don't believe it's for me. I don't believe I'm going to succeed. I don't believe that I'm going to be a winner. I've never won anything in my life. I probably never will. I mean, look what you're saying to yourself.
Well, people can read right through you. I mean, you can go out there and say, oh, hey, join my business, or hey, you want to go out there and give value and stuff. But if you underline inside, if you're not really believing it, they can see right through the core.
They're not going to believe you either.
That's my point. They can see right through the core of how you're thinking and what your belief system is. And that's a major, major problem. So you have to believe it first. You have to solidify it in your mind and say, you know what? I truly believe, okay, that I can succeed.
Yes.
And I will succeed under any circumstances, whatever comes my way.
That's right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Whatever comes my way.
And with that success comes a series of failures.
Yeah.
And you've got to acknowledge that, yes, I'm going to fail. So the hell what? You fail. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Right? Because how many times have you played your life, like you played your game in your life, in your head, played it all out like a soap opera of the what ifs in soap opera, okay? The daytime network is on 24/7 in your head, and you have this soap opera that is called the What If Network. And you got this thing going on telling you, like, what if this happens? And you play it like it's this very big, disastrous, bad thing. The what if scenarios are not that bad, but you're making it seem that bad. And it's not. It really is not.
It's not.
It's the worst that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Right? You failed. So what? Learn from it. Failure is nothing more than feedback. It just tells you what you need to work on and where your areas are.
It's an adjustment.
It is.
It's an adjustment, and you have to pay attention to that adjustment.
Mhm.
Okay? So whenever you get like something happened, something didn't work out, which is considered failure.
Mhm.
So failure is not a negative word. Get that out of your thoughts. You're not being graded. Okay? It's not failure. It's not failure in that way. Failure when you're a business owner, it's just you're getting information, okay, that you need to pay attention to and then adjust. Something is wrong. Why is that not working? I need to adjust something. I need to fix something. Okay? Adjust it. Try again. What happened? Didn't work out? Go again. Adjust it. Go again. Keep doing it over and over and over. Okay? And after a while, what's going to happen is you're going to see something break through. And when that breaks through, I'm telling you guys, what I'm giving you right now is complete freaking gold. I'm going to repeat this process again so you get this, okay?
Well, ask them, are they getting value? Give us some hearts and likes,
Yeah, you
right?
guys getting value from this. Give some likes and hearts, some shares, and get it out there because this stuff is really, really good and important, okay? So when it comes to failure, okay, I want you to think about this. When something doesn't work out, how are you looking at it? Are you looking at it like, oh man, this is not working out. This sucks. And, this is not going to work for me. And, I failed. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back to work or just stay at my job. Or are you looking at it as like, well, let's see what happened. What happened? What did I do? And how come it's not working? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something maybe the wrong way that maybe if I adjust it this way, you know what I mean? It might work. Well, hey, I don't know if I don't adjust, I don't know. So whenever I try something new or I learn something, here's the thing, okay? I'm going to tell you something. When you actually get that failure that hits you really hard and you get upset about it, don't look at it as the failure as you're known, what you've learned over the years in the past through failure. Learn the fact that that's just giving you feedback in order for you to adjust the process.
Yes.
Because remember, success is nothing but a process, right? A series of processes. So what you have to do is when you're going through the process and, it didn't work out, adjust that process, right? Like a wrench, like a tool. Just adjust it and go, okay, well, I'm going to do this now. That didn't work out so good. Let me try this one. Okay, that didn't work out so good. Let me try this one. And before you know it, you're going to have a breakthrough because you kept adjusting until something actually worked. Okay?
Very good, Rich. Couldn't said it better myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Powerful stuff.
Absolutely. Definitely. So the other thing that plagues your mind when it comes to achieving success and being afraid is the fact that you are kind of embarrassed to even ask for some assistance.
Yeah.
You don't even want to ask for any help.
Speak up.
Not a good thing.
Speak up. You got something on your mind? Speak up.
You have got to stop doing that. You don't know it all. Somebody post in the chat, for the love of God, you don't know it all. Say, you know what, Ace? I don't know it all. I thought I did, but there's so much more to learn, right? Put in the chat, I don't know it all, and it's okay. You got to break this out of your system. We got to break it and crack it.
All right.
You don't know it all, okay? Your partner doesn't know it all, okay? Your kids don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. Okay? You don't know it all.
We're human. We make mistakes.
The literal thing about asking for help is people are afraid. We've learned this since grade school. The teacher used to teach us back in grade school. They used to say, okay, class, students, make sure you are raising your hand to ask for help. And what do students normally do? They keep their hands on the desk. They keep their hands on the desk.
Yeah.
They don't want to ask for help. And then you wonder why that particular individual student is failing.
Yeah.
They're not having good grades. You know who you are, right? I've been through it, man. I wasn't that great, and I'm not a straight A student in school. Let me tell you something. I went through that. Okay? The reason why you don't want to let people know that you're struggling in a particular area, okay, is because the reality is you know that you don't want to grow from the change. You're afraid of the growth. You are afraid that when you do get the answer, it's the work entailed to actually sustain that greatness to keep it going. And you don't want to even do it, so you get lazy, right? So the reality is very, very few people achieve great success without any support whatsoever, because people are willing to help you if you would just ask.
Well, let me give you an example. Okay, so we've made over over $500,000 online. Okay, now my goal, of course, is to get to the first million, and we're getting there. I don't know enough yet to get to that first million.
Amen. Amen. That's right.
Isn't that interesting? I know enough how to make $500,000, but how come I don't know enough to make $1 million?
Right?
Because I'm still learning.
Exactly.
I'm still not giving up every day of my life.
Exactly.
I'm still investing in myself.
Right.
I'm still adjusting. I'm still changing things. I'm also getting feedback.
Yes.
I'm learning from that feedback.
Yes.
You see how it all goes together? I'm not afraid to ask for help. on how I can get to that first million.
That is so key what you just said.
Yeah.
Because in the industry of home-based business, there are people involved in like not just affiliate marketing, but
Yeah.
even network marketers. They
Six
go through
figures
this.
is easy now.
Y'all want to get to six figures,
Six
but you
figures
haven't
is
gotten
easy
to
now.
the
Listen.
first mark. And then you say, oh, once you made your first few thousand,
Yeah.
and you go, oh, I'm going to make $20,000. Well,
Six figures.
you got to
is-
make sure that you know what you know by asking for help to how that individual that you are looking and you are admiring to be your mentor, how they got to their 20,000.
Listen,
You know, it's like a stair step.
six figures, now that we know, six figures is easy. It's not hard at all. But it's not hard for me or hard for you because we went through the journey of how to learn to create six figures.
Right.
So now we're going through the journey of creating that first million, right? We learn how to do the six figures. We learn how to do a $500,000.
That's right.
Now we're learning how to get to $1 million.
That's right.
Okay. So in order for us to get to that point, we still have to invest in ourselves.
Always.
We still have to keep learning how to get to that next level.
Always.
It doesn't end. It never ends.
That's right.
Right? I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Are you? Come on, put in the chat. But I am hungry. Because in this business, in this industry of being an entrepreneur, you got to be hungry.
Right.
You always got to be starving.
Yes.
Because if you're not starving, guess what? You ain't learning, you ain't growing, and you ain't getting results.
And let me say something to add to that. Let's talk about our clients for a moment, because we want to highlight our clients. Our clients that come to us, they ask. Okay. They have, when they come to us, they tell us they invested in themselves and they bought the wrong things.
Mhm.
They bought the wrong type of education.
Well, they start focusing on, they're focusing on products, not mentorship.
Exactly.
Mentorship is the most important because
Yes.
that's how we can grow. This is how we've grown from investing into mentorship.
Right.
How we continue to invest in mentorship to get even further.
Exactly. So what happens to them is change starts to begin. They start to transform their mindset. They start to transform their income.
Mhm.
And so when we start seeing people like that, we know we're not done yet. We know we have more people like you to help so that you could come to us and say, Ace and Rich, could you help coach me? Okay. I'm in XYZ offer. I can't figure out for the life of me how to get this thing going. I can't even figure out for the life of me how to get myself going. That's where we come in.
Mhm.
Do not be afraid to ask for help. If you don't ask, you will stay stuck where you are, limited with the education that you already have as your foundation. And you will never, I repeat, never be able to grow past that
It's
level.
like a plateau.
Yeah, it will. You'll
Yeah, it's like
stay
a plateau.
stagnant for a
Yeah.
while, and
Yeah.
you'll get to a
be
point where
like-
you just can't stand it
You're like,
anymore.
"Ah."
You can't stand it
Yeah, no,
anymore.
yeah.
You know, how often do you want to keep staying in that level? Right? It's like a person swimming in the 4 feet deep pool. When are the time you gonna go start swimming in the 8 feet deep end?
Exactly. Exactly.
You keep swimming in the 4 feet deep pool. You're not a kid anymore. It's time to grow up and learn how to swim up go up to the 8 feet
Yeah, I
feet
mean,
deep pool.
Let me give you an example, and this is a great analogy.
Yeah.
It's like there's two people. There's a person here and there's a person here. You have these two people actually, they got online, they started learning about advertising. One platform, two people. The first person gets involved in the advertising and says, this is hard. I don't understand it, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try. Goes in, starts learning the actual advertising platform, goes through some serious shit. I mean, literally, like, this person is frustrated. They're like, oh my God, I can't do this no more. And gives up. The other person, however, looks at a completely different ballgame and says, okay, look, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna make a commitment.
Yes.
The person tried, but did not say they wanted to commit. This person over here said, I'm gonna try, but I want to make a commitment. A commitment is to figure it out no matter how long it takes.
That's right.
Okay. So that person over here on the right actually focused on figuring out, well, what went wrong in that advertising platform? How come that I couldn't make a sale? How could I couldn't make that advertising work? Something is wrong. Had to figure out what was wrong by consistent work, consistent testing, finding how an industry works, how like the testing works, how does the tweaking work, how does the offers work, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That person is me. That person is me. I've gone through different advertising platforms. I've done tweaking to the cows come home, okay? And I never, ever, 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 ever gave up. Even with list building. That's why I put List Building Mastery together.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never gave up. I said, I'm going to figure this out. And what I realized was, son of a, you know what? It was the fact that it was about the offer. It was never about the traffic. Now, how would I know that if I didn't test different things out? Right? Not giving up. Not giving up. I kept doing it over and over and over and over and over again. No sales. Okay, tweak. Try this.
Yes.
Sale. There
you go.
Big sale. Holy moly.
Right.
Because of the constant tweaking, the constant consistency, and learning what did not work needs to be adjusted.
Exactly.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid, okay, to make a commitment to yourself. All right? Don't be afraid to make a commitment. That's also going against the fear. When you make that commitment, you're going to be fearful. You're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be scared. But when you make that commitment and you solidified it in your mind and go, you know what? That's it. I'm going for it. And I'm going to do it to the ends of days. And I will figure it out. It wasn't about the money. It was about your mind figuring something out that is not working in that moment.
That's right.
Remember that. That's when the money follows.
So don't be afraid to ask, and
Yeah.
don't be afraid to definitely keep going forward no matter what. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the next fear?
People don't want to talk to people.
They don't want to talk to
They don't want
anyone.
to talk to anybody. I don't understand it. Fear of video, fear of picking up the phone, fear of having a video conference.
Yeah.
You know, like,
definitely.
Okay, I know we don't use the phone as much as we used to. We still use the phone. If somebody said, look, I can't get on video, we pick up the phone. We talk. Actually, we actually put it on speaker and we have a conversation. That's what we do.
Oh yeah.
And we close sales that way too.
Yes, we do.
We're
We
not
don't
afraid-
rely. We don't rely
we're
on
not
anybody.
afraid of-
We're
we're-
definitely not afraid to do.
We're
our
not
own
afraid of
closes.
this thing.
Yes,
We're not afraid of the text.
that's
We're
right.
not afraid of the voice. And we're
Yes.
definitely not afraid of having a video conference with
Absolutely.
you. Okay? If you're stuck
Yes.
and you need help with something,
Yes.
we're not afraid to have a video conference with you and get to know you and things like that.
Right.
And you shouldn't be afraid either.
That's right.
You shouldn't be afraid either.
It's a business. And do you think that in the industry of business that people make money without talking to each other?
Yeah.
You can't operate a storefront without having to say hello to the first customer that is greeted in coming in the door.
Exactly.
If we go back to when I used to have a job and I worked at Staples, okay, before I fired them, let me tell you something. We were responsible to greet every single customer that walked through that door.
Mhm.
It was like, hello, welcome to Staples. How can I help you find what you're looking for today? If I had my mouth shut, I'd be fired. There was no way I was going to be able to establish customer service that way by keeping my mouth shut. Same thing when it comes to online marketing. You think you're an exception to the rule? If you are in online marketing and you're not greeting your new members, you're not greeting your new customers, the people that are buying from you, what do you think is going to happen with the longevity of your business?
Well, here's the thing. People don't do that because they're afraid
Yeah.
of looking stupid in front of people. They're afraid about how other people think,
Mindset.
right?
That's a mindset
it's a mindset
issue.
thing.
That's a
Right?
mindset issue.
It's another fear.
You gotta talk to
You
people.
know?
You gotta talk to
and
people.
it goes back once again
Yes,
to the belief system.
it does.
Do you believe that you are a great entrepreneur? Do you believe that you can serve the marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe you got a lot to give?
That's right.
Do you believe that you could change the industry? Do you believe that you could actually make a big impact in the industry? Ask yourself those questions. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it?
Yes,
Makes you think, doesn't it?
absolutely. Everybody can tell you that, you know what, oh, that's stupid. I built the gurus. There are gurus out there that say, you know, especially those one-click offers. Oh, I clicked my way to 700 and something XYZ amount of dollars, and this is how I did it. Bullshit. Because you know damn well in the very beginning, Mr. Guru, you literally, or Mrs. Guru, you literally had to pick up the phone and you had to talk to some people and you had to hustle your
Oh, in the
tail
beginning?
off
Everybody,
in the very
yeah.
beginning. So
Yeah.
you can't go out there and say that. But see,
Yeah.
this is the type of marketing that is plaguing the industry of make money online. It has been around for longest time, and customers are becoming very selective.
Yeah.
Customers are knowing right through between those lines and those advertisements what is going on the inside.
Mhm.
They do not want any part of it because people do what you do, not what you say. If
Right.
you're on your Facebook wall and you're pitching every single time, please, screaming from the top of your lungs on the top of the New York Empire State Building, buy my stuff. Please, you're going to save a lot of money. You're going to save monthly scholarships. What? Then people are going to see you and go, do I got to do that?
Network marketers.
Do I got to do
Yeah.
that? See, this is why Ace and Rich are different, because when you look at our profile, you don't see that kind of stuff happening.
Nope.
Because we know how
Nope.
the art of attraction marketing, we mastered it. We know how to attract people to us.
Yep.
We don't need to do that. You see? And we teach our clients how to do it right. But there are some of you out there that are doing this because, again, goes back to what we talked about. You're staying in the 4-foot deep end of the pool.
Yes.
You're limited. You're not willing to grow. You're not ready to learn how to swim to go down to the deep end.
Yep.
So you're afraid and you feel comfortable.
And you are afraid to ask for what you want.
Exactly.
Now, you know you want it, but you're
Want it
afraid to
real
ask
bad.
for it.
Yeah.
You're afraid to ask for it. Why are you afraid to ask for it?
Mm-hmm.
What's holding you back?
Yeah.
That's one main thing that, I learned. So if I want something, I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to
That's
ask for
right. Got it.
it. Right?
Mm-hmm. You
That's-
taught me that.
Yeah.
Remember, I had a problem with that a long time ago?
Yes. Oh,
10
yes.
years ago, before
Yes.
we even literally got together. I never knew that I had to ask for what I wanted.
Like right now, check this out. Head on over to aceandrichcall.com. where you can actually have a 15-minute consult with us. We can help and find out what's going wrong with your business and how I can help you, how Ace can help you, because when we
I'll tell
combine
you.
forces together,
Yes,
you get 2 coaches, not 1.
that's right.
2 mentorships, not 1. Think about that, the power in that and the leverage in that, right? And let me tell you something. I'm not afraid to ask for the sale. I'm not afraid to ask that you will be sold to. Because let me tell you something. If you want to change, you got to invest in mentorship.
Absolutely.
Now, why is it that I'm not afraid to ask for the sale? Why? Because I know what I want.
That's right.
I know what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what I want from you. You see what I'm saying? So guys, head on over to aceandrichcall.com. Now we can book up an appointment with us and we can actually help you get results in your business and in your life.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, moving on. So now, next one is take time out for yourself, guys.
Oh, that's so key.
Take time out for yourself.
That's so key.
You got to take time out for yourself. Guys, we're so real, so transparent. After this live, we're going to have dinner. We're going to watch a movie. And then me and my lady are going to have a nice date night. You know what I'm talking about? Right? It's because we've learned to take time out for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Our family, right? Very important. Complete balance. And we struggle with that in the very beginning, right?
It
You get
happens
hungry,
to
man.
all
You get
of us.
over hungry. You're like, you want to like eat
And
the
you
whole thing.
sacrifice that time
Yeah.
with your loved ones. And remember what we started. Remember the
Yeah.
reason why you're doing this is for your loved ones, but yet you're the one that's casting them off because you want to be like stuck on the computer all damn day because you're desperate. You got to get that sale. You got to get that sale. Listen, tomorrow's another day. Okay. That's your work day. That's done. You have to learn to operate your business hours and be strict with those business hours. Yes, even if you have a job, even if you're part-time or
Yes.
full-time or working 12-hour or 60-day-hour shifts, you need to make sure that you are setting time aside for your babies, setting time aside with your teenagers, setting time aside for your loved ones. You need to be with your significant other.
But why?
It's
But why?
important.
But why? Why? I mean,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Why is that important? Because here's the thing why that's important. Whenever I take time out for my family, a date night, I come back and I give Ace like these great ideas. And she's like, where do you get this from? It's because I take time out, I take time out for myself. And when I do that, my brain
Yes.
rejuvenates.
Yes. Yes.
And it thinks about another great idea to serve the marketplace.
And you do
What
that.
can I do
Mhm.
to serve the marketplace in a better way than I did last time? How could I help someone even further?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How can I be better than I was yesterday? I can't do that if I'm not taking out time for myself and really just spend time with my family,
Yeah.
spend time with my significant other.
Yes.
Right?
I find it to be absolutely sad.
Essential.
No, I
Essential.
find it absolutely sad whenever I meet a client who comes on board with us through Ace and Rich's coaching, and they tell me when I ask them, when was the last time you had a vacation and you went on a honeymoon? And they say never. I am like literally appalled by that standard. But that is what's happening in America. That's what's happening all around the world, even because people are so much into working for their boss, spending more time. They might as well just go and get a relationship and marry their boss. Because that's how much time they see they ass all the time. And then when they come home, they barely have any energy to even spend with their loved ones. They have no energy to have date nights. They have no energy. And you know what? It's a shame. And this is why entrepreneurism is the alternative way to create your lifestyle and your income. This is the alternative way to live a better life.
Actually, it's becoming
absolutely.
It's becoming more of a norm now.
It's
becoming more of a norm now.
Right.
To actually unplug and start, thinking like totally different, be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And start thinking about your life, your own economy. Just like when we look at the things online, like different personal developments, we learn a lot from that, right? We take time out for ourselves. We start investing our money into things to grow.
Yes.
Right. Talked about a little bit earlier. Why do I do things a certain way? I want to make sure I'm creating wealth, not just a business. I want to create wealth as well.
Right.
Okay. Totally different mindset.
Yes.
It's another life.
And if you don't have, and I have to address this too, if you don't have a significant other, there are people who just don't have anybody. You're all alone at this. You decided to be a solopreneur. Even solopreneurs can take time out for themselves by literally meditating to themselves, reading a good book, spending time with themselves. Look, treat yourself to your pina colada. Go out, okay, wear a mask. Wear a mask. Grab yourself a little treat. Bring it. Hang out underneath the nicest tree and just hang out with yourself. Take that alone moment, because there's a reason why that you actually can come up with the best ideas when you actually can think and you're away from distractions and you're away from all those things that literally deter your focus.
You just gave me an idea.
What's up?
How could you actually drink something with a mask? What if you just create that little hole right there, just right? So you line it up just right. Make that little hole right there, right? Cut it out. Mark it first, cut it out, and just be like, hey, that's an idea right there, man. I should put that together. Seriously.
Okay, so Rich, let me look at the comments. Let me see if these people are actually enjoying this. Let me see what's going on over here.
Oh my God.
You guys get a lot of value from this. Let us know and post your comments in the chat. David Toomey says, I think why we did not ask questions was the fact that was stupid or you're a real smart ass, huh? Yeah, these are limiting beliefs. These are limiting beliefs. You got to ask no matter what. It's not what you look like or what you sound like. It has nothing to do with it. You just don't know enough.
Yeah.
Like I said, post in the chat. You don't know nothing. You don't know enough. And you'll never know enough no matter how old you are. Don't give me that, I'm an old timer. I've been around for longer than you. I'm old enough to be your grandmom and your grandpa. You still don't know.
Everybody's learning.
Knowledge is acquired and never ending. Why do I say that? How many libraries do you see being built? I rest my case. Yeah.
David says he misses the handshakes and the hugs.
That's right. You cannot acquire knowledge by reading every single book in the world's largest library. Have you seen them? The universities pay a lot for them, right? They have so many libraries filled to the brim of books. It's not enough to even give one individual enough knowledge to know it all.
So guys, in the chat, you have any questions about what we talked about? Let's do it right now. Put a Q next to your question so we know it's a question. We have a lot of content going through the feed here.
Yes.
And want to make sure that we could, take the questions out. So any questions about what we talked about? So I'm asking you questions right now.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here.
This is great stuff. Great stuff what we're talking about. And a lot of people think it's taboo. They don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about other things. This is what's happening right now. We need to focus on this. We need to talk about this because at the end of the day, you're still building a business no matter what's happening in the world. Yes. You're still building a business. And you got to stay focused because the fears are going to try to plague your mind and they're going to stop you from moving forward.
Absolutely.
They're lying to you. That's all they are is little crickets in your head.
It's called the parrot on the shoulder.
The parrot.
Parrot on the shoulder.
The monkey, the lizard.
The parrot, the monkey, the lizard. It's
can
just
go on
a false existence that doesn't exist.
Little demons.
Right?
Little demons.
Yeah, the angel and the demon.
Yeah, there you go. I know. Remember Tom and Jerry? Just go over this one. That way.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Cole says, it's great stuff. All right. Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
yes. Yes. Leslie said, how far did we get with AWeber? Well, AWeber's not the topic.
No, AWeber's not the topic tonight.
This is
right
not
now.
the topic tonight. We
Yep.
said stay on topic. If you have a question regarding what we discussed.
What we just talked about
yes.
here, okay?
Yes. Focus.
Let's see here.
Jamie. Hey, Jamie. When you had your 40-hour-a-week job, how did you juggle both without with overwhelm?
Okay.
Without being overwhelmed. 40-hour-a-week job.
Yeah, I was working like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
Sometimes 16, depending on the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting exhausted, but I knew some things that I had to do right before I went to bed. Because what happens is when you get out of work, you get like this. You feel really tired when you're about to leave, and then when you get in your car, you start to wake up. Something happens. You get out of work, you just feel alive. And what happens when you get home? You have a few hours of a window, and you got to like take advantage of that window of an opportunity. Okay. And when you actually focus on that window, you can build a lot of leverage in that moment in time. I can only tell you what I did, but number one, I had the right offer. Okay. While I was working. Number two, I was driving traffic every single week on a weekly basis. And then number three, I was always following up with my emails. So when I would get home at night from my job, I would always make sure that I will always schedule out my emails for the following day. So those leads that are coming in on a daily basis, they're getting those emails going, they're getting those emails from me on a daily basis. So I'll be at work and people will be getting my emails and I will be making sales on autopilot because I will be at work and I would have that set up just right. Number one, guys, you got to have the right offer. Number two, you have to make sure that you drive traffic on a weekly basis.
Yes.
Number three, you have to make sure that you're following up every single day.
Very key.
Okay? And you have to know how list building works. That's why I put list building mastery together.
Yes.
So you can start actually building more buyers with your list.
Absolutely.
It's not just generating leads and making sales on autopilot. There's things in
Doesn't
between
work like
you
that.
must be doing.
That's not the whole story.
To create the buyers.
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
And the money's not in the list. The money's how you work the leads on your list. Remember that.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So yeah. Yes, you did get my attention, Leslie, by the way. Okay, another question here. I am still dealing with a non-understanding family. It causes me great drama. How could I get away from them without jeopardizing my business? What is the proper strategy?
Well, first of all, you can't always think that because you have an unsupportive spouse or loved one or your family members that are always on your back all the time, that it's going to affect your business. Nothing's going to affect your business unless you allow it. Okay, let me repeat that. Nothing affects your business unless you allow it. Okay, so you've got to figure out how you can separate your business away from that kind of chaos and nonsense, because you can't build a six-figure business in chaos. This is where you got to separate from the norm. You have to find an outlet that you could go to. What I used to do when I was in that situation, yes, I was in that situation. Try living in a house, okay, with 5 people. All right, they all are in their own world making noise. And I'm trying to build a business. You can attest to it.
I can attest to this.
He lived there for 2 years. He knows.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And all the distractions and all of the nonsense and all the disbelief and all the, the yelling,
screaming.
How can you build in a business environment like that? You can't.
So I came along, and when I experienced that, I looked at it as like, how can you build a business this way? It's really, really difficult. So we finally got out of that situation. And we started building a business in my dad's house.
Yes.
And that's when we started getting some traction.
Yeah.
We started, earning
became
some money.
Quieter.
And then
it was quieter.
Yeah, and then from there.
Yes. You got to go somewhere quiet.
That's when I had to go back to work.
Right.
To create more capital.
Yes.
And then from there, we were homeless and Motel 6. And from there, we got the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we had a breakthrough.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
So if you need to, find your place of solitude, and I'm just throwing this out there as a generalized idea, but right now, if you got it, rent a room and use the rental expense for business expense for your office space, so you can actually have that time. It could be in a motel, a hotel. It don't matter right now. Actually, rates in the hotels are actually low right now because of COVID. So they'll take you in. They'll take anybody at this point, right? So you know what I'm saying? Get creative. What?
Yeah.
Think out the box.
Well, you did
Okay.
that before I met you. You told me.
I went to
Because
the
I
Marriott.
said, "Hon, how are you building your business?" She goes, "I go to Marriott.
I go to Marriott.
I use Wi-Fi. I go
I
to
hang in the
Dunkin'
lobby.
Donuts.
Yep.
Like, you know, and she was
Dunkin' Donuts. Wherever there's Wi-Fi, I bounce off the Wi-Fi. I go to Marriott, hang out the hotel in the lobby. They're not gonna ask me if I'm staying there. They can care less about asking me if I'm lounging around, if I'm a guest. They just know that I'm using their internet, and as long as I'm dressed to kill, I'm okay. I'll be sitting there with the laptop. So Tracy, get yourself out of that environment. There's nothing that's going to change their minds about what you do, and you can't convince them that what you do works. Okay, and that goes for everyone. If you are in that situation like Tracy, make sure you pull yourself away from that. Find your area of solitude. Either go to a hotel, work in the lobby. There's your office for the day. Okay, when you have that time, you got to put in 2 hours. Great, do it, but make the 2 hours count. Make the 2 hours count, because if you're not, it doesn't make any sense to go to a hotel or rent a room if you're not going to do the actual work, right? This is where you start treating it like a business and you start getting the results. Because we went to his dad's house and we pulled away from that chaos and we started working in the environment where it was quiet and we could focus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea, right? Like the whole time you think about that, right?
That's what it's all about.
You can rent a room for yourself.
You know, and I want to say something also. You know, this is very important. And Tracy, pay attention to this. We tend to feel really negative towards people who don't, you know, appreciate what we do and stuff like that, or they don't agree with it, whatever. It's not their fault.
No,
it's not their fault. I mean, you have to understand that, you know, what was their upbringing? What did they believe? What are their belief systems?
Exactly.
You know, now that you understand the small mindset stuff,
right?
They don't look to change their mind. They look to only do what they know. Okay, because human beings are a creature of habit. So whatever habits they have in their mind, they're just going to keep repeating that same process over and over because it's actually comfortable to actually behave that way.
Yes.
That's all they know. You are the one that chose to step outside the box, start thinking differently, start seeing the world in a different perspective, which opened up everything for you.
Yes.
Which is like a blessing, which is more, it's like, when I think of stuff like that, I think of having gratitude because I was able to unplug from the matrix. I was able to step outside that box and look at the world in a different perspective.
The thing about haters is, you know, if there's just people that you know that you really admire or you used to hang out with, and then they start hating all over your dreams and your goals. First of all, don't tell them about your dreams and your goals. Keep that to yourself. And the second thing is find that area of, you know, tranquility within yourself to like shut the noise out. Yeah. Shut it out. Okay. You love them, you care about them, and you know they're going to change their tune when they start seeing the results when you start bringing the bacon.
I like what Bonnie said. She said, separate yourself when you need to be in that zone.
You got to. You have to.
Amazing.
Yes, absolutely, Bonnie. Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, family situations right now are chaotic. I know gurus that have literally done this. That's why I'm giving you this idea. They have changed now since COVID-19. And so now what they're doing is they can't function now that they're not digital nomads. They're back at home because they had to fly back. They're with their kids, and the kids are making all the noise. And they're like, wait a minute, I was building a 8-figure business, and now I can't do this because I'm home with the kids. Now, I love my children, but how am I supposed to keep going? You rent a room. You get a hotel room, and you stay there for as long as you need to continue to do what you got to do to get the results that you need to get.
And also, Kevin Cole says, good question with family situations.
It is a good question, Kevin. You're right. Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly.
Let's see. Mark Brown. Hey, Mark. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mark.
You guys always bring it. Smiley face. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark.
And we appreciate you so much, Mark. Thank you for being a first responder.
Yes. Be safe out there, my friend.
Yes. Be safe.
Let's see. I like what Sandra said. She goes, not their fault. 99%. You know. Conform.
Not us. That's right. It's not their fault.
Yep.
Remember, the moment you start picking up books, you start watching YouTube videos from people you never even heard of, and listening to other people who like us, you know what? You're getting all this knowledge, all this information and wisdom about the industry because you're focusing as being a student of the industry.
Yes.
They are not.
Yes.
So they're not going to understand half the stuff that's going to come out of your mouth. They're not going to understand it.
Jamie says, great idea. Absolutely.
It is.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
I gotta put Bonnie out again because she said I have worked out of Starbucks or McDonald's. Free Wi-Fi, baby.
Free Wi-Fi. Go to where there's free Wi-Fi.
right.
I used to do it out of the library. You know, when I met Rich, I used to Marriott Hotel, the lobby,
She told me about
McDonald's,
it. She told
the
me about
library,
it.
wherever free Wi-Fi was welcome, I was there, man. I was there.
Yeah, she told me about it.
Yes.
So Tracy responded and said, "Got it. Good idea. My own office.
Yes.
Thank you."
Absolutely.
So
and
you had the answer there all along.
absolutely.
You had the
Your
answer
own
there all along.
office. Yeah.
You know.
And if you're homeless, I got to throw this out there too because we were homeless too. Hey, work out of your car. Turn it to a mobile university, honey.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Work out of your car, but park
Yeah.
the car somewhere where it's strong internet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, here's what you can do. You
Park
can,
the car where it's strong internet.
if your laptop has a USB port and the Wi-Fi is kind of weak,
Yeah.
because you can go into Best Buy or any store, get a Wi-Fi adapter, USB adapter.
Oh, you don't take it now.
That's stronger. So you try to get that signal. So.
He just told y'all what to do.
And there's other, I had to do it a long time ago. So I know. And
There
there's
you go.
other things online you can do to extend it and get more signal.
Listen, if we were to lose it all right now, I had to start all over. And listen, that's all we had. The laptop was important. Don't be trying to do it with your phone and make sure that you got strong internet. That's all that matters. And you can get back on top.
I see Jamie said, library would be perfect, super quiet. Oh, yeah. Unless you make a sale, you're like, yes! And you're like, oh, sorry.
Some libraries are. But when you got those teeny boppers, Jamie, in the library making all that noise, I don't think it's going to be like that now with everybody wearing a mask. Everybody pretty much got
They're muffled.
They're muffled. But I know back in the day, teeny boppers used to make a lot of noise when you were in that, trying to be in the library and concentrate. And they thought it was going to be quiet when it's really not that quiet.
Yeah.
All
Let's see.
right.
Any more questions
Let's
before we
see.
go, guys?
Bonnie says, my office is my car. Yeah, turn that thing into a mobile university. It's mobile. Listen to your stuff, get your personal development, tune in, listen to, your calls that you get, your conferences, whatever you got to listen to. Everything's pretty much virtual. Now you can attend a live virtual bit. Matter of fact, last night I was invited by the people in the company that I'm top earner in. They asked me to come and support to one of the interviews that they had in Bali on a virtual live event for digital nomads. I was on there last night, and none other than the man himself, Joel Brown, was a guest.
That was awesome.
I
That
stayed
was
up to
awesome.
midnight. This girl was
That was
not putting
awesome.
that virtual live down. He was throwing some mad golden value nuggets out
There
there.
was
I
no-
was writing
listen.
notes.
Ain't no date night happening last night. She was up late.
I was up late.
She was like, no, this is mentorship.
This is important. An opportunity like that, and it was free. I was on there. Definitely important. You can turn everything into your car into a mobile university. Start
Yeah.
tuning in, get a strong internet.
Jamie says working 11 hours a day is definitely catching up to me. It will. It really, really will. You have to make that decision and say, you know what? I need to let go of this. I need to really get serious about my business. I need to allocate my capital, business owner capital from work into my business, take it more seriously, let more money go, because it's not serving me well as the way things have been for me thus far. So that's what I did. I kept, working more hours, creating more capital, advertising more, and building my business, and just kept going and going and going and going.
You
It's the
gotta,
same thing.
Jamie, you gotta let your job fund your dreams.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it differently. You gotta change your mindset. Yes, you need to
Yeah,
work
I mean-
more on that. And you need to start going in with a different attitude. And then you'll start seeing that it's not going to catch up to you because now you're more even hungrier than ever.
Yeah.
And it's going to drive you to be like, you know what? The day's coming. The
That's
day's
right.
coming.
Day's
I'm going
coming.
to fire these people. I'm done. I'm ready
So-
to just do this full time.
Just what you should do is, is just put a date of when you want to literally leave your job. Put a date. Okay.
Write it down.
Put a date, write it down,
Write it down.
take it seriously.
Yes.
You need help, let us know. Go to aceandrichcall.com.
Yep.
We'll get a 50-minute consult with you, find out what you're doing, see what's wrong,
Yeah.
give you some advice, some tips.
Yeah.
You want to be part of our mentorship program, you can do that too as well. Just hit us up and we'll see what's going on.
Because a lot of times what happens is people, they're spinning.
Yeah.
They're spinning. You think you're doing all the right things and people are telling you to do the things that you think you're doing right when really you're probably missing a lot of pieces and they're not in the right order. And that can really keep you stagnant and that'll catch up to you.
Yeah.
Right? Because then you start looking at your finances and you go, okay, am I just wasting my money here? I'm just throwing money out and I'm not getting anything back. Who feels like that sometimes when you buy stuff? You like, oh my God, am I just wasting money here? I just threw everything into this and I'm not getting anything back. And it's been like, what, 5 years?
Yeah, we're used to like
Yeah.
spending money on other things, but never ourselves, or mentorship.
Exactly.
To mentor ourselves.
Yes.
To be better. You know, could you imagine if school told you, listen, guys, I want you guys to start investing in yourselves. Forget about investing in college. Forget about investing in buying this or buying that. But you should invest in yourself. If the school taught that from the very beginning, your mindset will be at a whole nother level. It would blow your mind where your mindset would be if that was taught on the earlier years.
David Toomey said, what was the Best Buy adapter you recommended to Boost?
There's different ones.
Boost Wi-Fi?
Let's see here. Yeah. There's different ones, David. You have to look at there's N routers, there's MIMO technology. There's all different kinds, but they're all backwards compatible, so it doesn't really matter. Just look at what's going on, like what routers are out there that are really a lot more powerful, and then get the adapter to match that router, because it doesn't matter, because anybody that has a router anywhere, or yourself or a public place, you'll be able to connect with it a lot stronger. So, let's see here. You're catching up to your goals.
Yes, Sandra.
That's right. Absolutely.
Bonnie says, before San, I was selling out of my car, Avon, Amway, etc. Yeah, those are all old, man. Those old businesses. Yeah.
So that happens in my car, laugh out loud.
You started from somewhere. And you know what? The people who did that, who became top earners and stayed with it for so long, God bless them, but they have to adapt now because times have changed.
I know, right?
Nobody's selling things out of their car anymore. We're not doing shower rings anymore.
Tracy says, seems like that sometimes, but I know that I have invested a lot on myself, and it's right there keeps me going.
And that right there keeps my drive going.
Okay, all right. Really worded.
So yeah, I mean, you did invest in yourself a lot, and you know what? That does keep you going because you're always learning, you're always growing, but not just staying stuck in learning mode. You must apply. What good is it of you learning and getting the best mentorship in the world if you're not applying what any of the techniques are being taught?
What you're learning.
Right.
So
people don't get results by sitting there and just twiddling their thumbs and be like, I'm learning, I'm watching Les Brown, I'm watching Bob Proctor, I'm doing my work. I'm really, really into this.
I'm watching.
And you know what happens?
It's not work.
When did you do your marketing? Have you sent out an email? Have you contacted your client? Have you contacted a prospect? Have you followed up anything?
Have you put a post out?
Have you put a post?
Have you created a video?
No. Okay. Right. So how do you expect to get results?
Have you ran
an ad? You've not done a damn thing.
Have you ran an ad?
Reality check.
Yeah.
Have you ran an ad? No. Yeah. Why? Funds. Okay, do something about it. If it's your funds, then you're not really building a business. You're worried about the funds.
No, you're building a nonprofit
organization from the comfort of your own home.
In stereo.
On stereo.
Let's see. Chase Lee says, yes, hit the throttle.
You gotta.
Yeah.
No one's going to do it but you, man. Nobody's going to do it but you. But anyhow, what time is it, Rich?
It is 6:05.
6:05. We got to get going.
Okay.
So that concludes our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of what we said today's message about really pushing forward and past those fears. Yeah,
definitely, guys. If you have any questions and you're stuck with your business and you've been struggling, just head on over to aceofrichcall.com. Have a 15-minute consult with us, and we can find out what we can do to help you grow your business. All right. So with that being said, guys, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
And we are Ace and Rich, and we are out. Have a great weekend. All my List Building Mastery members, I'll see you Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All my international peeps, all my domestic peeps, I will see you on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Going to be some good stuff. All right. Take care, guys.
Bye now.